And we are live again here in Frederica, Delaware. I'm Taylor Storthy with Evan Major, and it is the U15 final between the Long Island Jesters and the Yellow Jackets, coached by Manning. We'll be just about ready to go in just a minute.
Yeah, this one's going to be a lot of fun. Two Long Island teams. You don't often get to see kind of same areas playing each other at this point, so this is exciting.
Certainly increases the rivalry aspect of this championship game to have these two local rivals going at it. It should be very exciting. Set to go for the face-off in the first draw of the game.
Go, girls!
22 minutes for this first half is now underway. And it's going to be the Jesters taking control of the first draw. They'll play it out wide to get started. I believe it was sent out wide to Warren, and then now it's going to go back to Warren.
A little similar to the last game, kind of starting off, winning the draw, going into a patient offense. It's nice to see. I also like that Yellow Jackets, they're pushing out a little bit, so see how these two match up.
Have to be ready for the Jesters to try to make any runs to the inside. That'll probably be where they can find some of the initial goals and see if they can get past this defense. But just like actual Yellow Jackets, it may be a hive inside as the defense closes in. See how well the Jackets can defend early for this first possession.
Yeah, Yellow Jackets are starting off in a man-to-man defense. Often you can see them playing some zones too. A lot of their teams will do that. So interesting to see if they do go into two different styles of defense or if they're going to stay more in this pressure man-to-man style.
The Jesters holding it up top. They're content with waiting and playing patiently. The Jackets making sure nothing's really open. Even as they bring it behind. They bring it inside, and it's picked up. Good stuff by Lilienthal to get on top of it. And now the Yellow Jackets on transition. Sent out wide. And the whistle blows right before the Yellow Jackets at a dangerous, close opportunity. They'll now have to settle for a free position look here.
Yeah, they came up the field transition, pushed the goal, getting that faster pace of play.
But the 8-meter chance is converted. The opening goal by Alyssa Lorfeis. A 1-0 lead for the Yellow Jackets. At 19:30 in the first half, and it's already a strong start for the Jackets. Close range and just too hard to stop.
She did a great job protecting her stick, moving her body, was able to get the goalie to step, and then found that off-stick side by shooting back at her.
Exactly, Evan, just a great 1-2 move. And we'll get back to the circle for another draw. Sophia Novelli for the Long Island Jesters will be there. The Yellow Jackets, as expected, wearing yellow. The Jesters wearing white. Kind of reminds me of the Miami Heat's white hot style jersey with a white number on a white background. A little bit annoying for, unfortunately, in the booth because hard to read the white-on-white numbers. Sometimes I know teams do that for lacrosse and soccer over at my college. I also do D2 commentary for lacrosse and other sports, and that can always be a little bit of a, I got to really look closely to see who is who out on the field.
Yeah, same thing in recruiting. A lot of these uniforms, they've really kind of sparked up in different colors and different things, but it definitely gets harder when you don't have good contrast. From recruiting, college recruiting, standing on the sideline, you want to be able to see that number pretty clearly.
Yeah, but I will say it is cool to have some fun with the jersey designs, though. I'd
Yeah,
rather harder to read fun jerseys than just the bland repeats of every single jersey.
yeah, totally agree. And I like, some of these clubs are starting to spread out, be in different states, different regions, and they're changing up uniform style, colors. Everybody's kind of getting their own little style. It's nice to see and differentiate so you can tell who's who.
Exactly. And it's always cool just to bring out different colors for jerseys and things. And this kind of white on white is pretty cool and unique alongside of it. As we now have 17:25 to go, the Jesters looking to equalize here. Sending it out wide.
It definitely I like the pressure that Yellow Jackets are sending. They're in a good help style defense too. You can see, backside off ball shifting in. They're really taking away a lot of opportunities, which is forcing the Jesters to make quicker decisions from further out.
Yeah, and it's just controlling the inside, controlling the close range looks. That's what's big for the Yellow Jackets, to try to deny the Jesters these opportunities early, as they again continue circling it around back. That is almost a costly turnover, but they'll regain possession. Just a quick look at Caitlin Brewer. See if she can find a chance on goal. Brewer's height will certainly be an advantage for her in the middle of the field. While there was a good chance that it missed, it was a well-worked play. The whistle had gone early, so it'll give a nice little 8-meter opportunity for the Jesters. Brewer will take it. Whistle goes. Oh. Nope, not yet. And now the whistle goes. And that is a great save by the Yellow Jackets. They can't completely clear it, so there's a scramble, a tussle for the ball, and the Jesters get back on top of it. The 50-50 on the ground.
It's a great first save, low shot, kind of covered everything. And yeah, Jesters being able to put some pressure on right away, keep the ball with them, and now they're getting another opportunity for it.
It'll be Savannah Appleton ready to go. A little further out, so the Jesters elect to play cautiously here as they go again. But indeed having a great save to keep the Yellow Jackets ahead by 1, as we're now under 15 to go in the first half.
And it looks like Yellow Jackets they are in a type of zone that's allowing them to pressure, really kind of covering the inside, shifting, looking for cutters. What I would want to see from the Jesters is definitely quicker ball movement. A lot of people holding onto the ball. When you're playing against that zone, you need the ball to be shifting from stick to stick.
Agreed, and I think they definitely can work on finding those opportunities. But I will say on that play right there, good job by Emma Speed to utilize some speed to cut inside and open up another 8-meter opportunity. We'll have to see if Lilienthal can get on top of it again. The whistle, the shot, and the score. We're tied off the stick of Emma Speed, taking advantage of the position. Just a good shot there to beat Lilienthal just on the far post. You always want to protect near post as the goalie, but if you can get it as a far post shot, it's really tough to stop. Back in the center circle. Ready for another draw. We're tied at 1, 13-13 to go in the first half. Fans for both the Jesters and Yellow Jackets here. They're excited. And passed out wide. Back to Masson. Back to Baffardi. And back all the way over to Darby.
Here you go, girls. Come on, work it, work it.
It's just the second chance the Yellow Jackets have had on offense. They were able to score the first time they got the ball in transition.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Pressure.
Finds Masson.
It's a good look. Nice cut. Finding opportunities, was able to draw that shooting space by catching and turning and looking right at the goal.
And Darby will now have a chance one-on-one with Sofia Mosquita. The ball gets away. Good deflection there by the Jesters to deny the free position opportunity off the pass. But it looks like they'll actually get another. And this time it looks like it'll be Caitlin Barnes taken. Taken inside and scores. Make it a 2-1 lead for the Yellow Jackets. Let's take a look at the replay. Just enough space, and Caitlin Barnes is able to make it 2-1. Yellow Jackets hold on to the lead. And Evan, thoughts on how that position was executed?
Yeah, I thought it was great. Again, protecting stick, getting off the line. A lot of times you're starting to see shooters, kind of take that first step, drop down type shot. Just being able to get in, get close, and utilize your spacing was really great. And, you see a lot of players from Long Island, especially Yellow Jackets at the highest level. You've got Cal Rose, who's the owner of Yellow Jackets, Northport High School, one of the longest tenured coaches, one of the most well-known coaches, and they've been producing some of the best players in the country for years.
And more stars, of course, on display today. And not even just for today, but throughout the weekend, through the other games of the tournament as well. Of course, the Yellow Jackets made the final here for the U15s. But other Yellow Jackets teams have done good in some of the other brackets too.
Yeah, you see a lot of Yellow Jacket teams across all ages, constantly competing at the highest level in some of the best age brackets.
For sure, and just taking a look for the 13U brackets that had happened, matches that were at 8 a.m. They had both made, two of the teams made the quarterfinals. Two of the teams had made the quarterfinals for the 14U, where the Yellow Jackets, managed by Stadler and Grizzitti, had barely lost out to the Aces Elite team that we'd seen earlier. And there were two more Yellow Jackets teams that had made it to the quarterfinals of the 15U, where Torrey's side lost early to Aces Elite. Manning's side has made a successful finals run, defeating Alliance National 9-8, and then beating Steps Elite 5-4 in two exciting games. After the quick water break, they're now set to continue with an 11:15 on the clock for the first half and a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a little bit of this lower scoring game, especially with the type of zone that the Yellow Jackets typically run. Again, I think Jesters just need to kind of pick up the pace and the ball movement. It gets the defense moving, which could open up some opportunities.
So let's see how the Jesters will take this offensive possession as they bring it up. Passed over to Jolie Weinschreider, and they'll circle it over to the left. .10:40 in the first half. And I think, Evan, you can see there's a lot of space in the middle, but Jesters still electing to work outside and keep it spread out.
Yeah, there's a typical style of offense, when you see that type of zone where you really want to get the middle working and, again, gets the defense moving. They're staying widespread, looking for opportunities to dodge, and I think they're going to have a tough day if they continue to run that style.
Looks like Weinschreider had looked to the inside there on a quick run there, but the Yellow Jackets converged and forced the Jesters to retreat. And now the Yellow Jackets will make an interception.
Yeah,
Pressure on
awesome to see active goalies taking a part in the defense. Sometimes, bigger stick, harder to handle. So good job by the Jesters forcing to remove the ball, but love seeing when goalies come out of the crease and get involved as much as they can.
For sure, and a good job as well by Lilienthal to hold on to it amidst the pressure from two of the Jesters. And now the Yellow Jackets will bring it all the way back up. Passed up to Kilfeather. And Kilfeather finally finds help as the Yellow Jackets can now control possession. 9:20 to go in the first half. Good movement as they circle it down low once again. Over to Baffardi. And now back up top. They'll send it over to Caitlin Barnes, who scored earlier. Another opportunity now for the Yellow Jackets on this position. Mosquito will have a tough job in goal here on the opportunity, whether they make a pass and a cut, go down or drop down for a shot, or run in for a shot where the style they had scored last time with. Let's see. They pass it over, but nothing's open. The second pass finds the target and finds the back of the net. Sophia Baffardi off the assist from Kilfeather.
Such a great decision to move that ball, and a lot of times you see it's the second, third pass that really has that open opportunity for shooting, and that's exactly what it did there. They had the defense shifting around, which gave her that clean open shot.
Yeah, great vision from Kilfeather to find Baffardi wide open. And also have to credit, though, Mosquito. Mosquito had her eye on the play and saw that Baffardi was open and was in a good position. But great location of the shot from Baffardi to just hit that top corner and put the Yellow Jackets up 3-1. Great movement on offense by the Yellow Jackets. They've been aggressive, and it has paid dividends. Novelli in the center again for the Jesters. Taking a look at the closer view, you actually kind of see a nice little camouflage pattern almost with their jerseys. It'll be about 7 to go in the first half as the draw is sent up and lands for the Jesters. And Evan, while the Jesters have had the Lions' share of possession, they have been trailing on the shot category and finding those opportunities.
Yeah, again, I think it's just a style of defense. You've got a floating defender really looking to cover that middle for cutters. And the Jesters are playing right into it by playing this open set offense. They're allowing for the Yellow Jackets to keep them spread. Looks like they're sending one to the middle now. This could potentially open up some things if they really work that middle, try and draw that zone to shift a lot.
I think movement will certainly be key. Pass up top. No shot for the moment. They'll bring it inside, and the Yellow Jackets swarming, but enough room. They get the high shot in the net.
Great finish with pressure on her too. Shot was able to shoot over 2 defenders, find the net, and get it to a spot that the goalie was, not able to step to.
Yeah, that was just a great play as we take a look. Sent over to Rao, who then brings it back inside. And despite the pressure, what a play by Weinstreiter to get the goal. And that is not an easy look with with 3 defenders right on top of you. You can barely even see where the shot's going to go, but sometimes you just got to take it and pray. And now it's 3-2 with the Yellow Jackets still holding on, 5:15 to go as the whistle goes. Under 5 now as the Jesters win the draw control again. They've taken advantage of winning a lot of these draw controls. And now I think they're starting to click a little more on offense. But they got to keep that aggressive style going as the defense is unrelenting from the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, I would want to see the Jesters kind of pick up their pace on ball movement again. I think players holding the ball, it's just not shifting the defense enough. But I like that they're starting to find the middle, putting somebody in there really helps against this style of defense.
I agree. I certainly think that they've started to be more aggressive in the middle. We've seen the Yellow Jackets have to condense and get closer to the goal, and it's actually opened up a few more opportunities for the Jesters as well. I imagine they'll keep looking for those as play continues. 3:40 to go. Ball got loose, but a good job to get back on top of it, despite the pressure as well from Ashlyn Renkowski.
I do like, too, that Jesters is keeping their composure.
Indeed, they've kept their composure, and they've tied the game with a quick cut to the inside. 3-3 with 3:18 to go and counting.
Yeah, they've kept their composure. They haven't been worried about being down, and I think by doing that and really just being patient, finding opportunities now, they've changed their offense to really work against this defense. Now you've got a tie game, you're back in it, and I'm hoping they're going to kind of continue doing that. And I like the Yellow Jacket style of defense as well. It allows for pressure, but it does open up some gaps, and so we'll see kind of who wins that battle.
And it looks like the Jesters have, I think, found those gaps. They found the exact ways they need to pressure the Yellow Jackets defense. And this will be an important draw control here. If Novelli wins it, the Jesters could have a chance to get back into the lead. But if the Yellow Jackets get it, they can also try to take a lead entering the break. We saw in the U14 final that taking advantage into halftime was a big difference. And it's going to go to the Jesters. They'll hold it outside. And they'll once again work it around.
Come on, D. Let's take that away. Take that play away.
2 minutes to go.
Let's go to work out there. You're going to have to work it.
Kept out wide over to Costco. Denihan running inside. Send it over. They may be electing to wait until there's less time on the clock to try to get this last opportunity. You may rather have a 3-3 scoreline entering the half if you can't score here than giving the Yellow Jackets a chance to make it 4-3. Under a minute to go.
Yeah, I think it's smart being patient here. Again, trying to get that last shot off. It is allowing defense to pressure out, and I think the Yellow Jackets need to pressure here. Keep the ball outside. Don't let them find that middle for that last goal opportunity.
But I think also if you're the Jesters, you may like that pressure. It may open up something in the middle. Here's a couple looks, but the Yellow Jackets all in front of it. Here's another look. But the Swarm has sent the ball back outside. Jesters moving inside. Open look. And that one is picked up by Lilienthal either way. As the free position will be given. Another opportunity on goal. They were waiting for the last shot, and this very well should be the last shot. Sabrina Asadurian. Shot, misses up high, and Lilienthal recovers. That'll end the first half. Tied at 3. Good job to hold out for the Yellow Jackets and keep it level. They took an early lead. The Jesters fought back, and the momentum has equalized entering the break. A very good and exciting first half of play, Evan.
Second championship in a row, tied at halftime going into this.
So we'll take a quick breather. We'll see you in about 5 minutes for the second half of action. Tied at 3, 22 minutes to determine who takes the U15 crown. 15 final. It's been an exciting bit of play for the first half, and we're ready to continue. But let's first take a look at some of the highlights, some of the big goals, and the big plays. It was back and forth, and we enter the second half tied at 3. Both teams capitalizing off of the free position, and both teams' goalies making some good plays too. That was personally my play of the first half. A great 1-2 setup to find the back of the net.
Yeah, a lot of equal play, two totally different styles, defensively and offensively, and we're seeing things work for both sides. It's going to be a really exciting second half.
And Evan, what do you think will be the sort of the ideas for both teams as we get underway for the second half? How do you expect the Yellow Jackets to start, and how do you expect the Jesters to really start?
Yeah, so I don't anticipate Yellow Jackets really making much changes defensively. That's typically their style of defense at a lot of their different levels. I do think the Jesters took almost half of that first half to kind of change their style of offense, get somebody work in the middle. So I anticipate them seeing that same style of offense or same style of defense, them starting off earlier with somebody playing in the middle and really trying to find those gaps in the defense.
I think that'll definitely be the Jesters' key to success. And I also think for the Yellow Jackets, they probably want to capitalize on transition, but I also think they may want to try to get control, because I think the Jesters had probably maybe 60 to 66% of possession for the entire first half. They won pretty much every draw control, and the Yellow Jackets only really capitalized when they got the ball back on a good forced turnover.
Yep, totally agree.
In the center, it'll be Reagan Backer looking to win possession from Sofia Novelli, who's been great for these draws. Tie game, 22 minutes to play. And here we to get set. Totally missed time to here we go type of start to the half. But now we're set. Whistle goes. And it's going to be the Jesters fighting And the Yellow Jackets will come up with it. We'll see if the Jesters can take advantage, but no. A lot of pressure here from the Jesters, and the ball is loose again. Or if the Yellow Jackets weather the storm for the time being, it's sent up to Killfeather, and she sends it out wide.
I think this first goal, too, is going to be big in this second half. I think it's going to kind of set the tone. Having a tie game in that first half, you don't really want to be that team that's kind of chasing and catching up the whole time. So this is going to be a big statement who comes out here first.
We saw that in the U14 final where Heroes Green was able to really just take control and not look back when the second half got underway. Either team would love to do that here on offense. See if the Yellow Jackets could do something. You notice there's a bit more movement inside for the Yellow Jackets, but they haven't found anything just yet. Fasadi sent it out again. It looked like for a second Killfeather was setting up for a long shot. A 1-2 inside. Gets behind, but the Yellow Jackets hold on to it. Played in. And that'll be another opportunity for the Yellow Jackets off the foul.
Yeah, Yellow Jackets are working that middle really, really well. They've got two people kind of double cutting through. Couple opportunities. They tried to get in there, and they drew the foul, and it should be a good 8-meter here.
Lorfis up close and scores. The 8-meter, a very high percentage opportunity to run it up close and beat Mosquita up high. And just good placement near post. The Yellow Jackets lead 4-3.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of drawing the foul, getting that 8-meter, and I think each 8-meter we've seen for them, all of them, getting off the line, getting inside, really using their size and speed to find that opportunity to finish.
And you know, one of the other 8-meters they had, they were able to kick it out wide and then find the open girl to find a big shot. And that time, they didn't need a pass. All they needed was the shot. 4-3 lead for the Yellow Jackets. This time, Bafardi in the circle. This could be an important draw here. The Jesters would like to get it back and try to find the equalizer. 18:50 to go in the second half. It's up and recovered by the Yellow Jackets. They'll send it up top. Inside, a good move. Shot, good save by Mosquita. Let her stick to it. I believe it was Bafardi. It's a really good chance, but the Jesters will now have it on the break off the save. Late and wide in transition. Good job by the Yellow Jackets. That being said, yes.
Yeah, I like the patience they're taking now. Even Yellow Jackets have kind of sat back a little bit. They're not sending the same type of pressure out. So it's giving the Jesters a little bit of time to kind of figure out what type of defense they're going to be throwing at them. I don't mind this. They want to make sure they take a smart decision here after going down by a goal.
So back up top, the Jesters waiting. There's a little more movement in the center now. The pass goes wide, but it's recovered. And despite the good movement, there wasn't anything open, but something could now be going the Jesters' way. This opportunity will be Emma Speed, who scored, and she'll just pass it out. Sent out wide. Still nothing doing as they bring it back up top.
Come on, girls, let's make that happen.
Still not enough space to challenge the center. Now do they have something? No, good defense. However, it will lead to a foul. And a good job to get it in and for Speed to get the contact. And Evan, you think Speed will shoot it, or do you think they'll look for a pass?
I think she's going to try and get inside here. Yep, went to goal. There really wasn't too many pass opportunities unless they were going to pull out and not take the 8-meter.
Yeah, certainly the shot you like in that spot, but a great point-blank save for the Yellow Jackets. However, the Jesters are going to regain possession. And now in transition, they have some numbers. The Yellow Jackets get back in time to slow it down. Good job by Lilienthal. I believe is still in goal, making the save.
Yep, and great job settling here. You know, they had a turnover happen to them, got back to the midfield, turned the ball back over. You don't want to keep kind of rushing back and forth. It really burns your middies out. So taking the opportunity to relax. There's still plenty of time in this game, 1-goal game.
For sure. Played out wide. And there's a scramble. The Yellow Jackets will come up with it. That is not a turnover the Jesters wanted. And it'll give a chance for the Yellow Jackets to bring it back up. It got a little bit of ways from Jean Greenberg. And Speed will now regain possession for the Jesters. That was a clean play there to get the steal and get the turnover. And the Jackets will capitalize on the break. Bring it all the way up is Baffardi. Played inside and scores.
Great ball movement throughout and a great push and transition.
And sometimes all you need is to explode in transition. Reagan Backer gets the goal to make it 5-3. The space that opened in the middle, and the Jackets were able to score. That is what the momentum being in your favor can do. And the job has got a little harder now for the Long Island Jesters.
Especially a game like this, scoring, you know, it's coming a little bit slower, time's ticking down. I wouldn't be surprised if Yellow Jackets kind of keep pace, slow down a little bit, really look for those opportunities. Again, I think this will be on the lower side of scoring, but still plenty of time for Jesters to get back in this and only 2 goals away.
And certainly the Jesters have had the lion's share of possession throughout the entire game, and including the second half. So you have more opportunities. The more you knock on the door, eventually you'll have to get some candy.
Yeah, they're doing a great job on the draw, controlling possession. Again, I think, you know, that the Yellow Jackets defense, the way they pressure, the way they cover cutters, you know, I'm surprised the Jesters are kind of staying in that wide spread right now with, you know, there's still plenty of time, but being down, you really want to work this defense, get them moving. And when you're staying this wide spread and moving the ball at this pace, it's a little bit easier for them to follow the ball at this point.
It certainly is. And with plenty of time to go, the Jesters, again, taking their time. The Yellow Jackets don't need to be as aggressive with pressure, but you do see some challenges, I believe, there by Reese Wallace. Speed sends it out wide again. Played inside, the shot, great save. The rebound goes back to the Yellow Jackets. Great play in net there, and the Yellow Jackets will hold on to it as the Jesters eventually re-win it in midfield.
Yeah, Jesters need to capitalize here. This happened to them before, where they had their own turnover, got the ball back in transition, ended up not scoring, and a goal came back on them the other way. So this is an important possession for them right now.
In goal for the Yellow Jackets, Abigail Diumagard. They made the change, and she has been very good so far, getting in the way of shots. I think that one just sailed up high and goes out for a Jesters possession. She's made some good point-blank saves. The Jesters look to bring it back to the middle. And now they'll recycle it up top for Asadorian. One inside, and now the Jesters. Did they find it? No. It's back with the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, dangerous follow through. She made contact with that shot, it looked like.
It did. We saw the player go down, and I think the player will be okay, which is a good sign, as we also will take a quick water break. 5-3, Yellow Jackets hold on to the lead. And again, with the heat, it's always a good idea just to get some hydration, and it kind of works as a mini break for the players. It's also just regain some stamina and get set for what will be an exciting final 10-24.
Yeah, again, great second half. It's back and forth. Jesters is doing a great job again on that draw. They have been almost the whole entire game. Couple different times they've looked for opportunities, missed shots, had it turned over. Their redefend is great. They're getting the ball back. They have to find an opportunity to get the ball in the back of the net here to really stay in this game. The Yellow Jackets are just too skilled defensively, and so you can't lose out on some opportunities.
They'll have 10 minutes, and if they can regain possession quickly and, again, take control, find some stuff in the inside, I agree, Evan. It's still going to be a long 10 minutes for the Yellow Jackets defense. They only lead by 2. But we should be set for a pretty thrilling finish. For both teams, we've seen some active players scoring. Weinstreiter had a goal. Emma Speed had the opening goal with the Jesters. Regenbacker, Caitlin Barnes, Laura Feast, Baffardi all got goals. We saw an assist from Killfeather too. And goal recently, we've seen some good saves from Diumagard, and she's going to need to keep an elite level of play as the time continues to wind down. 10:30 to go. Play resumes. Yellow Jackets will bring it up. Yellow Jackets keeping out wide for the moment.
And it looks like the Jesters have gone more to that zone style of defense as well. So now you're getting two teams running that same style, a little bit different in certain areas, but Yellow Jackets is doing a great job possessing the ball. They're working the middle, trying to find those opportunities as well.
Played inside, and that was dangerous because the ball got loose right next to the goal. But Sofia Mosquita right there to get on top of it. 9:15 left, and the Jesters will bring it back up. But indeed, you see the Jesters kind of adopting that zone style. As they play it around. Jesters hold on to it. Botto will resume possession, passing it over to Speed again. Ball gets loose in the attacking third, but the Jesters hold on to it. 8:30 to go, and it's only a 2-goal deficit, but the clock will continue to become a growing factor as this game continues. And Evan, what do you see for the Jesters in this attack?
Yeah, again, they're for me, they're staying a little bit too widespread out. They're not really looking to work that middle yet. They started doing it at the end of the second half, and I think that's where they found success. You know, they're sending cutters right now, but a little bit late, a little bit slower on the ball movement. I'd like to see them pick up just to really get the defense start shifting from one side to the other. Hopefully they do that. And again, I think they found success in doing it at the end of the first half, so I'd like to see them go back to that.
Played around back, and the Yellow Jackets get in front. As the ball gets behind, the Jesters hold on to it. That looked to be a good opportunity there for the Jesters, but the Yellow Jackets got a deflection and didn't allow the Jesters to immediately take the point-blank shot. That is a big defensive stop.
Yeah, they're definitely starting to find a little bit of a groove offensively. You can see it, you know, just looking for those opportunities, skip passes, things like that. They need to get a good, clean shot off to be able to get back in here. Time starts to tick down a little bit.
7 minutes to go. And the Jesters once again have it outside. Late inside, it goes wide. Savannah Appleton will be bringing it in. I think she would be a good player to try to target with passes inside. Has a height advantage. Could try to utilize that.
Yeah, I saw her a couple plays ago. She was inside, high pass where really only she was able to go up and get it. Wasn't able to get the shot off, but you could see she definitely has a talent in doing that.
And that is going to be costly for a turnover for the Jesters. Here comes the Yellow Jackets again.
Turnover and a yellow card. Yellow Jackets are going to have an opportunity to be player up right now. And again, I don't, if I'm them, I don't know if I'm necessarily forcing just because I'm up, but it's going to be a good opportunity to try and get another goal and extend the lead.
And I think at this stage of the game, with how good they've been on defense, the Jesters really cannot afford to concede here. The Yellow Jackets, if they score here, it could be the goal they need to clinch the title.
100% agree, and you can see Yellow Jackets are, you know, coming down to them. It's 2 minutes. They can take off this clock, get a little bit closer. I think they almost play it kind of like the ending of a second half. You know, wait till you get that clock down a little bit. Look for that last possession style of shot before that it goes back to an even player situation.
And also in this position, you can't get too aggressive if you're the Jesters, as then you may open up a hole in the center, and the Jackets have found those opportunities when they've come. There's an open look, but that will be a foul inside. A good pass there from the outside by Baffardi, and a good job by Clark to make the cut and draws the contact to open up another 8-meter opportunity. Clark will take it. And with the player advantage, the Yellow Jackets elect to just hold on. Hoffman plays it around. It gets back now over to Lorfeis. Lorfeis back up top to Darby. Darby inside. Back up top to Baffardi. Played inside. Shot. Good save. Rebound picked up by the Jesters. That was a good play to Caitlin Barnes, but Mesquita is there on the one-on-one with a low save to keep the Jesters in it.
That was a really important save. 100% keeps them kind of still in that fighting stance, down only 2 with possession now. starting to creep more towards that 3-minute mark as well.
But that is going to be a costly turnover. Good defense by Lorfeis, and draws the foul. The player advantage will be ending soon for Yellow Jackets. And that was a big play as well to prevent the Jesters from regaining momentum.
Yeah, that may have been a carded play as well, so they might just have had another 2-minute opportunity. Couldn't see if she actually pulled it out or not, but I think it might be.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was, because that was, I think, a rough foul. And if so, that could just be what the Yellow Jackets need
Yeah,
to hold on even longer.
Looks like they still have 6 on defense, so Yellow Jackets still in that player advantage right now, and clock's definitely getting lower.
That's certainly what you don't want for the Jesters. You're about to get back to even strength, and I think what could be amounted to more of a frustration foul hurts you a little bit.
Definitely.
Good defense.
They're pressuring right now, even in that man-down situation, still throwing the pressure. I like to see it. Might open up some opportunities for Yellow Jackets.
They play it inside, and they score, just as you had prophesized. You put the pressure on, the cracks will show, and the Yellow Jackets jump to a 6-3 lead. Exactly what they needed. But also, if you're the Jesters, you had to put the pressure on in this situation. And it allowed the close opportunity for Killfeather to get on the board.
Yep, in high school rules, that's non-releasable, so they're still going to be in that man-up situation for a little bit longer. We're getting close to that 2-minute mark. This is a big spread of score in this type of game with the slow scoring that's been going on, but the Yellow Jackets have been handling all situations really well.
Killfeather and a few of the other starters taking to the bench. And at this stage, if you're the Yellow Jackets, you just want to hold on. You've probably got about 30 or so seconds before there will be even strength once again. And from then, you'll only need to hold on to a 3-goal lead with 90 to play. That may have been able to give the Yellow Jackets this U15 crown.
Yep, that draw was huge there. They're gonna go into a situation here where they're not even looking at goal. They're gonna keep the ball to the outside. Now they're gonna be even up, and hopefully they'll be able to look to kind of take this clock down to nothing.
I think as well we're seeing a few of the substitutes and reserves come in. It's always good to give them some opportunities in a championship game. But the Jesters will pick it up. They got a chance on transition.
Love to see the fight from them here. They're not giving up at all.
Time is of the essence. They bring it inside, and they score. 46.6 to go on the clock, and it's 6-4. A great fast break goal. The Jesters, a kick start to the heart with that play. I believe that was Grayson Denihan on the goal. Dumagard had been perfect in the half, but finally is beaten. This will be the most important draw of the game. Certainly you'll see the Jesters want to pull their goalie out too.
Yep, and you're in that under 2-minute mark, so the clock stops here. They don't have to worry about setting up for the draw, rushing, or anything. But like you said, this draw possession is huge here. And the way this game goes and how fast it goes, there's still plenty of time for the Jesters to stay in it.
Whistle goes, the draw. It's the Jesters. A huge win here for the Jesters. But they, again, need to attack quickly. They need to rush the middle. They need to find something as the clock goes down to 30 seconds. They find a pass inside, but a good job by the Yellow Jackets to force the turnover. The ball is still loose. The scramble, 15 seconds left. Clock stops, and the play will reset for the Jesters. They got to hold out just a little bit longer, but they really need to score right as the play resumes. Sent up top, shot, goes wide. 7, 6, 5, 4. They didn't stop the clock. And that is the ball game. The Yellow Jackets weathered the late storm and have come away with the championship.
Such a great finish. I thought they played really poised throughout the entire game, defensively, offensively, from the draw. Jesters did a great job, ton of possession throughout the game. Just not enough scoring opportunities for them and staying a little bit widespread on offense, a little too much.
And I agree, I think, but also you have to really credit the Jesters defense for shutting down the opportunities when they were looking for them. So with a 6-4 victory, the Yellow Jackets hold on, doing enough to take the U15 crown. We will be back shortly with some trophy presentations right after this on Lacrosse TV. Don't go anywhere. Well, Evan, that was an exciting finale to the U15 crown. We thought it was over after the 6-3 score by the Yellow Jackets, but the Jesters got us on the edge of our seats for the final 120 seconds.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see from teams. You don't want to see anybody give up. You want to see them fight till the end, and especially going into that recruiting kind of segment for them. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for teams and players that are just constant battling, and you got to see that in a really exciting championship game.
Yeah, and it's been a great day throughout all the matches here in Frederica, Delaware. But unfortunately, only one can take the crown. And I will say it's great to see the Jesters all smiles after such a hard-fought effort. Great performances from their side, from goals from Weinschreider, speed, some great saves by Mosquita, who made some big plays to keep the Jesters in it. But also for the Yellow Jackets, a great 1-2 punch from Lilienthal and Dumagard, making some good saves, and the defense shutting the door late after some great goals by Killfeather, Barnes, Backer, Lorfeis, and Baffardi, as they were able to hold on to the W.
Yeah, but I think this just speaks to the talent that's on Long Island. Two different clubs getting to the championship, competing against each other. Great game all around.
And certainly so. And it definitely feels good for the Yellow Jackets to win this little Northeast rivalry too, with both these teams up there. And finally, let's take a look at some of the highlights from earlier today, and also, of course, from this final coming up as well. Earlier, if you were with us, we saw a great finish between the Heroes Green and Aces Elite, where they were able to take the championship. But congratulations, of course, to all our winners today. Over in the 13U bracket, it was the Heroes Green defeating the Aces Elite. And then, funny enough, we saw a replay of that. Heroes Green defeating Aces Elite. And now the Yellow Jackets, coached by Manning, have bested the Long Island Jesters. It's really good to see everyone all smiles after a game like this, too.
Definitely. I'm sure a lot of these players know each other as well. And so, for them to be standing there together in this game is great.
Yeah. And great sportsmanship. I mean, it's what you love to see. And sure, the games can get physical, but at the end of the day, it's a game we love to play, and having fun is the most important part, even more so than taking home a trophy. Sure, it's a cheesy thought, but it's still true nonetheless. But again, thanks again for tuning in. The players to be able to get recognized for their great work over the weekend. I'm Taylor Swarthy alongside Evan Major, and thanks for tuning in again to Lacrosse TV. We'll see you next time for more action. But again, a great day of lacrosse wrapping up here in Frederica, Delaware. Congratulations again to the Yellow Jackets and Long Island and everyone else who's had a great weekend.
MVP of the game, Abby Demigod. And my other stellar goalie, Julia Kaylee Lankowski. Gilbert. Ashley Clark. Little Reese Long. Olivia D. Simone. Twin Towers page manager. Kaylee Sticky Morgan never stops. Juliana Montano. Here we go. Alyssa Larissa Lawrence. Katie Atkinson. Ava Derby. Gracie Hoffman, let's go, Grace. Our Swiss Army knife, Meg Langdon. Emma Crazy Legs. Caroline Hosel. The other half of the Rankowskis, Ashley Rankowski. Sophia Bafani. Another Sophia Basoni. Last but certainly not least, our West Coast, Ava Basoni.